out of mech, so it's a brilliant time to use that Deadeye. It's a guaranteed 3k if no one can like hold you off. And look at how strong they're holding these choke points. But Chomp, he goes out of position. He's not there.
Yeah, Chomp decides to run to charge down to the low ground, thinking that they're gonna get him, but they get him with the double juke, I think. But
he
still,
got baited.
Yeah, he got baited. He totally got baited. And Renai crew doing a fantastic job playing those mind games and taking control at this point for the first time.
Yeah, and they didn't really have to use that many ultimates to get out. That's the good thing. They used both their support ultimates once they were outside those choke points, but they didn't. I don't feel like they really needed them to win the fight. You know, they just won those mind games. So they do have a lot going forward into this next one. So these blizzards I'm watching juggle, who is going to get the most value out of them?
Yeah, that's a good question. But first, we're starting out with Benetton on that Deadeye. Asphalt comes up from X on Svift. The Blizzard comes out too from X as well, but they get stunned. And look at that, from the Shatter, a couple people go down. And Renai crew is doing a good job of holding on to this point. Self-destruct doesn't catch anybody either. And Svift is just going to be forced to try again.
Yeah, J-Man lays down the Blizzard. It doesn't do quite as much as they might have liked, but it actually sets up Tuxfragger's Shatter, which put a couple people on their backs and cleaned up those kills. So it is going to be Renai crew continuing to be in charge, but X did not use the Blizzard on the side of Svift. So they have to watch out for that. It has to be on Ruby here to actually eat up that Blizzard. That's that benefit of having the D.Va, is you can deny that ultimate.
Yeah, that is absolutely true. That is the strength of this composition over Swift's, at least in that regard. Amplification Matrix comes out from the Hires, but
Shatter.
4-man Shatter from Chomp. Chomp lays it down. Grab comes out from Going Henzo. Is it going to get value? And it looks like it does. So both of those tank ults providing fantastic opportunities for Svift, and they regain control of the point.
Yeah, but look how many ultimates they used. That Shatter won them the fight. Then they layer on the Grav and the Blizzard. That is rough. That is a bit of an overcommitment to what I think could have been a one fight. Now ults are pretty much reset, but it looks like Tux is caught out here.
Yeah, Tux get caught out, but this time the Immortality Field comes out just in time to save everybody. Bad, holding on to this Deadeye right now, looking for the opportunity. There it is. Is it going to catch anybody? It does. It's able to get Anaru and the Hyris. Both of the supports for Renai crew are down and out of the fight now. So, Renai, if they're going to have a chance of taking this, they're going to have to do it with nothing to support them. And that's going to be first round captured for Svift.
And that's so rough, Juggle. Tux goes down like a beat before the sound barrier. Like, it was so close. Anaru just lays down the beat as soon as she gets it, and Tux is already dead. It's just unfortunate. The timing is in like the milliseconds there, because that beat really could have turned it around, but you need your Reinhardt. You can't win without your Rein. It's so hard. We are going to see what looks like a bit of a swap coming in on the side of Renai crew. They're going for more of what I like to call the battering ram composition. You know, this Winsta D.Va, Moira Lucia, where the monkey just throws themselves into the fray with the rest of the team behind them. But it's going to be hard up against the Rein.
Yeah, that is going to be hard. And we also have a Doomfist on the side of Svift. So that one pick potential is very, very, present right now for Svift, and Renai crew's going to have to be very, very careful of that. I'm looking to Benetton to potentially hack that Doomfist out of commission. And right now,
not to mention the Mei. The more a fight goes, the more sustained the fight goes, which is where you think, the Moira might help a little bit, putting down all that healing. The freeze might come through and just completely mess up your team.
Yeah, it might. And we already see Benetton trying to get a hack into the backline of Svift, but it's the front line that's doing the heavy lifting right now for Svift, and they take the point.
Yeah, and they engaged on their own terms. I like that. They let, Renai crew get 8% on the point. Like nothing. What? It doesn't matter. And then they just wait and wait till they see a good engagement. They saw Renai crew get split up, and they pounced on the Moira. Beautiful plays coming out from Svift. They're so patient.
Yeah, they really, really are. We see Ruby getting caught by this Mei wall, their own Mei wall, it turns out. Tuxfragger goes down very, very low. Is eventually taken out. and Anaru is gone too. They're not gonna have that, that sustain or that speed to move in and out. And this is just cleanup once again from Svift.
It's exactly what you were talking about with this Doomfist. Anaru just instantly gets one shot. That's the 5v6. No ultimates used by Svift.
Wow.
They're gonna go into 6 ults here. And they should win this next fight, but I don't know. It depends on how they get to use these ultimates, how many they commit here.
Yeah, that's true. And we already see the Coalescence coming out, this time from Nahira. She's beaming down as many people as she can on both teams. The Diva Bomb comes out, and it is able to catch out Bad, so that one pick potential is now gone. But Renai crew is still on their back legs right now, getting pushed back by Svift.
Yeah, and look at the ultimate Svift used. They're not really the impactful ones, you know? The Shatter, you'll build it again. The Doomfist ult is more get out of jail free card. They still have the Blizzard, they still have the Beat. But, you know, to get that beat off, you have to dodge this EMP. That's what I'm looking at. Teabag has to be out of the way. He has to be around the corner or something before Benetton's EMP comes out.
There we go. Teabag was out of the way. They're able to get the beat off. It goes on to every single, at least most of the members. Going Henzo, though, is D-Mech, so that is an opening for Renai crew. And they also, yeah, but they're going down very, very quick. We see Benetton swapping over to this Tracer now to try and get back to point as quick as they can. Anaru pops the beat to try and keep their team alive. And it looks like they may come out with a point capture. But is it gonna be a fight win? That is the real question here. We see Hyreth with that amplification matrix on point.
Yeah, and now the Blizzard comes down as well. Svift want to keep fighting this. The Shatter as well.
Yeah, but the picks still keep coming in for Renai crew. And this looks like they're investing into a lost fight.
Yeah, I mean, Swift's put down a lot of stuff. They just want to cap it. They know they're at 99. They know there's some picks. Now Renai's crew is... Their comp is all over the place. They have a ball, they have a tracer. This is not the same comp they wanted to come out with when they rolled forward.
No, it's not, but they're going to have to try and make it work. Already, J-Man tries to use that Death Blossom to get some value, but Going Henzo is right there with that Diva to just eat it all up. Bad trying to find, once again, Anaru. When they do, Anaru, she goes down. So that one pick is there for Svift. Now, Going Henzo trying desperately to fight off this mechanized hamster, but they're just unable to as they chew right through the rest of that health. Chomp now backing off for Svift so that the remaining members of his crew that are alive might have a chance to try again. But even he goes down to Benetton.
Yeah, and think about how much different that fight would be if they had the Blizzard and the Shatter. Like, there's no shield on the side of Renai crew anymore. There's no one to block that Shatter. I mean, the Diva could eat the Blizzard, but you can still catch a couple members out. It's just hard for Svift, and now this is their last chance to actually come up with something, or Renai crew's gonna bring it back. And they're down bad! They're down bad!
This is bad! Because there's no other way to put it. For Svift, they've got another member going down very low. Bad respawns, so there is going to be just enough time for them to get back to this fight. The beat comes out for Teabag to try and allow their team to get some value from this. J-Man again is just unable to get any value with that Death Blossom, but the kills are coming in for Renai crew right now. Hand over fist, but look at this. Chomp comes in big for Svift, and now this is truly anybody's game. It is a 3v3 on point, but the beat comes out for Anaru. That might be the difference maker as we see that Sonic Blaster taking out Chomp. There's only one member left anymore on point. No, make that two. Bad is able to get back into the brawl right now to try and make something happen, but it's still just not enough. And despite this kind of Frankenstein-looking composition that Renai crew has had to come out with, it looks like once the dust settles, they're probably coming up with this win.
And that was nuts. I really want to highlight Chomp there. Chomp gets 4 on the Reinhardt. Chomp gets an incredible hero plays. He shatters the Moira out of Coalescence. He does everything he can and more, and it just isn't enough. You had lost too many members. I mean, losing Bad at the start of that fight, then it's overtime, so you have to go into the 5v6. Chomp did everything. That was amazing to me. That blew my mind into pieces. It just wasn't enough. And then, you know, it's understated how important defense is on control, and that's really how Renai Crew were able to, do so much with a substandard comp. They were just able to take the positionings they want, and that's so important with that ball and that tracer, that they were able to engage where they wanted to, not use their cooldowns to engage, and it just came together really well. Now we're going to see a dueling Winston comps here with the Moira Lucio and the Reaper. It's a mirror match. Let's see who's better.
Yeah. Already we see a hack coming out to J-Man. Ruby is demeched very early, but her Wraith goes down, so there's no big heals now for Swift, and they are getting taken out of this fight in short order, it seems. Even though Tux Fragger goes down, this is still heavily in favor of Renai Crew.
Yeah, that's GG when the Ana goes down. That's a weird pick to start with. Like, the Ana is not that multi-target healing. Renai Crew is going to push forward, try and get these picks, but looks like they are just gonna back out a little bit as her Wraith swaps over to the Moira. A more standard pick, because you have to heal everyone up. The Ana can't really do that.
Yeah, that's a very, very good point, and especially with that Sombra in the backline too, being able to disengage quickly is going to be really, really useful on that Moira.
Yeah, for sure, but the EMP comes out and it's Renai Crew, 5 members, and then what can you do?
Yeah, exactly. Benetton is, out somewhere in the backline, invisible, presumably, so they don't get caught out, but with just 1 member, that's going to make it really difficult. But, you know what? Renai Crew is doing a fantastic job of continuing to stay on this point and pull percentage, even if they were on the back foot here. Going Henzo goes down, which makes it an equal match. T-Bag pops the not the amplification matrix, but the sonic barrier to try and keep everybody up to, hopefully take this point away from Renai Crew. But look at J-Man! J-Man coming in big with the Death Blossom, and now there's already 60 to 70% on the percentage capture for Renai Crew.
Renai Crew got EMP'd with 6 ultimates, and I'm like, okay, they can come back for the next fight. They didn't even wait, they just started committing everything they could to take the fight back, and it worked. And they keep the EMP, that is massive. But Bad has one of its own. Which EMP is coming out first? It's gonna be Renai Crew.
Oh. Yeah, Benetton gets 4 onto Swift, and a couple of members swiftly go down. Bad hits that EMP as well, it catches 3, but you know what? It was too late. The fight was already lost.
That's the map. Bad used his EMP somewhere. Yeah, he might have got EMP'd out of it even. But that's it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, we have some heroics here once again from Chomp, the hero we need right now for Swift. But they go down very, very quickly, and it's just enough time to allow members of his team to come on point. But look at Going Henzo! Going Henzo directly up against two with the Toaster Truck, and Bad gets a pick onto J-Man, but the picks still seem to be coming in for Renai Crew, and that's gonna do it. Renai Crew coming out strong on this first Busan map with the win.
Whew, I was nervous for a minute there. The 3 kills coming in from Swift, I thought might have been a way they turn it, but it doesn't look like it. And that was just, Renai Crew did not give up.
No.
That's the whole thing. They were charging their ultimates quickly enough that they had them all up to match Bad's EMP. And then Swift were not quick enough on the cleanup. I think they got 1 pick on the back of the EMP, then once that comes out, so Renai Crew had backed up, they had regrouped a little bit, they followed up with the beat and the coalescence.
Yeah.
Push forward. They throw everything they have at it, except the EMP, which is so crucial. That's how they won. They get up to 60% on the back of a bad EMP fight, and then win the next one on their own EMP, and that's it. 2 crucial fights inside the entire